All of my conversations are superficial, which is a really harrowing realization because I'd like to think that I was above all of that. All of that being what Eleanor Roosevelt called small-minded discussion. I found this I guess quote of hers when I was looking through Tumblr at one of the various Harry Potter house graphic blogs, and found one that related to Ravenclaw, which is my Pottermore house. It reads, "Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people." I think it's funny to note that if the verb were in the past tense, that the last bit of the quote would be "small minds discuss people," as if Roosevelt feels ill when thinking about that friend who regurgitated other people's lives instead of living her own. Now, I know that the whole point of the graphic is to show that Ravenclaws pride themselves in being mindful. And no, not mindful in the traditional sense, but mindful in the Ryan is weird and likes to make words mean things that they don't normally mean because why not and life is short kind of way. But this graphic supposes that Ravenclaws only discuss ideas, or that it would take a small mind or completely average levels of mindfulness to discuss events. And I know it's just a graphic on a Harry Potter blog that's mission is to entertain fans and people who identify themselves with Ravenclaw House. But I think it speaks more to how we think of people who are intelligent. The idea that great-minded people only sit in blue and bronze chairs and chat about ideas is kind of insulting. I haven't talked about the 18th century Enlightenment since 10th grade, but wasn't that just a time when people sat around and discussed ideas? And in school, whenever we would talk about the Enlightenment, I thought it was great that all these rich people got to sit in salons and philosophize, but I always felt that the scientific revolution overshadowed the Enlightenment. I am pretty sure that the people who are making important discoveries and pushing the Western world into a steampunky kind of industrial age populated the list of the names I needed to remember and turn into study cards more than their great-minded contemporaries. So, was Roosevelt wrong? Or did her 20th century self carry a different opinion about ideas and great-mindedness? To me, a combination of great minds who think of ideas and great minds who act on those ideas creates a truly mindful person. A person who many of us aspire to be. It's easy to start up a conversation about mutual friends and celebrities and events. And it's equally easy to write those who speak about these things conversationally off as small-minded. And maybe Roosevelt was just trying to encourage mindful individuals to partake in the marketplace of ideas. But saying that small minds do this, and average minds do this, and great minds do that, is the kind of categorizing that people within the marketplace of ideas often speak against. Not only does this categorization limit people to what they can discuss, but it assumes that no one can dance between the three, or that a mixture of all three doesn't lead to great-mindedness. So yeah, maybe I often talk about various people and celebrities in the world, or events and occurrences, and barely make time to fit in evenings filled with idea discussion. But I'd like to think that all of that doesn't render my conversations as superficial, and that, you know, my mind can't fit into three categories: great, small, or average. Plus, with a head kinda this big, well, my mind can't be small.